So here I am in my basement, and a couple things I wanted to touch on. Yesterday I talked about the importance of prioritizing sleep. Let me tell you why that's so important. Last night I had one of the best nights of my life in terms of sleep. And what that did for me is I woke up today feeling better than I felt in forever. And that could have been a number of different reasons, but I honestly believe that was because I had such a great night of sleep. And it's very likely that I'm not anywhere in this camera shot. But anyway, that doesn't matter as much as the fact that I woke up feeling great today. Could have been that I really took time to prepare for a good night's sleep. I don't know at this point, but I tell you what I do know is that getting exactly, I got 7.5 hours of sleep. If I had my phone with you, I would show you the sleep quality indicator from Sleep Cycle, and it was excellent. And earlier this week, I also talked to you guys about figuring out where your time goes. So the same people that make Sleep Cycle make another app called Life Cycle. And the whole purpose of Life Cycle is to get hold of your time, figure out where it's going, how it's being spent. And I really think so I bought it. It's like $5 if you already subscribe to Sleep Cycle. So I bought Life Cycle, and what I'm hoping and what I think will happen is that Life Cycle helped me figure out what I'm doing with my time and where it's going, and then I can do what we've been talking about, which is record your time, manage your time, consolidate your time in order to be effective. So that's really what I want to talk about today in terms of sleeping. Prioritize our sleep. Let's figure out our time. That's going to be increasingly important as we go here. And then this consolidation of time. So I talked about the importance of getting good sleep. I talked about another tool that we're going to try using to get a handle on where our time's going, what we're doing there. But then the other thing I want to talk about is this idea of indoor air quality. So I'm in the middle of a basement remodel, and I want to show you that here in a second. It's a disaster. My house was built in the early 40s. You've had a lot of what I'll call do-it-yourself dicks out here, just totally messing stuff up, and I'll show you some really good examples of that here in just a second. But in the course of my basement remodel, there was a tremendous amount of dust. So what I did is I went and I rented an air scrubber. And an air scrubber is a tool that you'll see a lot of times when there's like remediation work going on, or you've got a situation where there's a ton of dust and you need to get the dust down. It's basically just like a portable fan with a HEPA air filter on one end and an exhaust on the other end. And I don't know for sure, but I want to say that a lot of the success I had last night with my sleep is related to that, to having access to that and using it for sleeping. So I had to return it today, which was kind of a son of a gun. But I want to talk to people about air quality, getting some type of really efficient, effective air circulating system in your house. I'm considering buying one of these units that I rented. It's a it's a Dry Ease HEPA 500, variable speed motor, built-in HEPA vac, built-in exhaust. It's intended to be ducted. So what I want to do is I want to duct this unit dedicated to, what's going on here? Oh shit, my battery's dying. Dedicated to filtering the air, hooked up to my central AC unit. I'm going to hook it in right before the filtering system, and then I'm going to hook it in immediately after the coil into the supply side and have it filter the air in my whole house for a while and see what happens. I think, oh, there goes my furnace now. This is probably going to affect our video, but so that's going to be something I'm going to do, right? I want to use that filtration system to help with filtering the air in my house. I don't think that my furnace is doing a good job of that. I think that it's not a dedicated unit. The filter on it kind of sucks anyway. There's been some medium density or high thickness places that I could buy, but I don't think I want to do that. But while I got you here, I want to show you some of this stuff that what I'm saying these do-it-yourself dicks are doing that's really kind of messing up my basement remodel. So let's take a look at structural things that people have done, right? This is the stair landing. If you can see that, comes up here. There's a landing here. At one time, there was a wall here. And you can even see on the floor, where the flooring stops, that there was clearly a wall there. And some do-it-yourself dick came and cut the wall out because he wanted to have access to this space. So, you know, at least he had enough foresight to come over here and put this 2x4 in to help with the problem. But that, you know, he nailed it in instead of supporting it on the bottom. So I'm going to have to fix that. I'm going to have to fix this whole landing, which is going to require that I take this header out. This header's not doing anything at all. I'm going to have to take that header out. I'm going to have to put a new 2x12 here, put a new 2x12 there, make sure it's level, and it sure doesn't look like it's level. I mean, you can see the gap up there where it's falling down. I mean, that's a disaster. So I'm going to fix all that stuff and get this thing straight. Right now, it's like cantilevered out using this and that. It's just not a real good situation. So we're going to fix those. That's one of them. I want to show you this other one back here. You might not be able to see it because it's kind of dark and I don't have a flashlight. But you'll see a floor joist. Where is it? Hold on. Oh, it's over here. There's this floor joist here that's totally cut because he didn't want to... Oh, it's right here. He cut this floor joist all the way. You can see right here where the floor joist is cut all the way up because he needed to put this pipe in, and all he had to do was move the pipe over like an inch. In fact, I don't know why he cut it at all. No clue. But he cut it. So I've got to fix all these things. So when you're out there doing home remodeling projects, think about the next person. Who's going to be in here next? You know, are these things being done by these people because they don't know any better, or are they being done because they're cheap? I want to believe that it's because they don't know any better, or they got some jackass contractor telling them what to do. And you know, contractors are always interested in doing the cheapest thing. Like, look at this. You see where this pipe is right here? You can see outside. So that's just a couple things. Prioritize your sleep. Figure out where your time goes. Filter the air, which is something we're going to work on. And don't do shitty remodels to your house. See ya.